What is up, y'all? It is your boy Weepeeler in the house. Welcome back to some more Clash of Clans with my Town Hall level 9. Gonna show you guys a few updates that I'm doing at the moment. I've got a wizard tower right here and one more over here. Those will be done in 6 days, and I'll have all 4 of my wizard towers up to level 7. Got a Tesla in 5 days up to level 7. That's gonna be glorious. Those little coil top bad boys are absolutely essential in war against those big boy Teslas. And I'm gonna show you guys a few war highlights. We did win 21-16. Had a few really good raids in this one. Gonna show you guys a troop composition that I had not used before. I did like a GoValkWi, I guess you could say, army with I used Valks instead of a lot of wizards and P.E.K.K.A.s, and it did work out kind of good, but I want your guys' feedback on that one. And then I'm going to show you guys a few war highlights from another buddy of mine, Slushy. Let's go right into this one. He did attack a Town Hall 8. He is a Town Hall 9, but it's actually a really decent GoWiPe attack, and it worked out to perfection. 100% 3-star. We needed to pick up the 2 extra stars on this base. We had a little bit of trouble with the drag raids on this one. It was a pretty decent base, pretty upgraded, and definitely a tough one for all drags. So he drops in his golems on the right hand side, wizards in behind those, so let the golems get onto the defenses and let the wizards clean up from behind. Typical GoWiPe right there. The P.E.K.K.A.s are going to work their way into the center after he blows a hole into the walls with those wall breakers, able to take out both of the walls he has to get into the center of the base. So very well done. Drops the P.E.K.K.A.s. Another P.E.K.K.A.s coming in with the clan castle, and then drops the heroes, and they're working their way into the center of the base, and that's a pretty decent job right there to get right into the center of the base quick off the bat. Really, the clan castle troops don't have enough firepower to knock out much of anything, and he drops a jump spell, which was actually really well done. He placed it perfectly to get everybody over that spot and right into the other compartment where most of his other defenses were, and a big old elixir storage. And then the P.E.K.K.A.s working their way on the left-hand side, making quick work of basically everything that's in their path, and complete and utter destruction. Most of the big boys are still on top. He's got the big golems taking the hits, and the Barb Kings and the P.E.K.K.A.s just crushing every defense. Basically just one pop in that archer tower, and that was it for his defenses. We'll speed it up a little bit here, cleaning up the outer edges, and excellent raid. Total destruction, a little overkill, but hey, that's what happens when you hit a Town Hall 8. But we needed the stars, so great job, Slushy. Really well played. And look at all those troops, man, just descending upon the gold storage right there. So excellent, 100% 3-star. Gonna show you guys a little bit of a wacky raid, like I said before. Me and my boy P, the leader of this group, we're kind of contemplating whether we could change up the GoWiPe strategy and add in a few Valks instead of P.E.K.K.A.s, and I did do a decent raid right here. It was only able to get 50%, but it was a pretty smart raid, I think. I didn't really lure out the clan castle troops, didn't think I really needed to. I dropped a couple golems in my normal spread out pattern, let the guys get into position, and then drop the whiz to clean up the bottom. The clan castle troops definitely rocked the golem over here. That was done basically right off the bat. The X-Bow at a level 2 was rocking him too, and clan castle troops really made good work of a lot of my guys. Was able to hold off on some wizards, let them take out the big pack right there. Most of them were locked onto that golem, so it worked out okay. And then I dropped in my P.E.K.K.A.s, and I dropped in my wizards, and I waited as long as I possibly could to drop the Valks in. I didn't want them taking big hits, and I knew there were 2 giant bombs right into the center. As you can see, my golems and P.E.K.K.A.s took most of the damage there. And then I did drop in the Valks and drop the the jump spell, although I didn't catch both spots the way I wanted to. They had to break through that first wall in order to use the jump spell, and my troops kind of did a little bit of a weird thing. My Barb King stupidly did not go into the center of the base, but I'm thankful in hindsight that he did not, because as you can see, I got into the center, was able to knock out the Town Hall, get the 1 star, but I was struggling to get 50%. There were just too many walls around, too many things in between me and a lot of other buildings, and my Barb King going around the edge, knocking out those elixir collectors actually was very helpful in me getting the 50%. I actually had 2 archers in the chamber, and I knew on the top laboratory and this barracks all the way in the bottom right hand side that I was going to drop those guys in order to get the 50%, because my Barb King was going down in flames. Only 48%. I'm like, no, we need to get this 2nd star. I can't fail right here, so I dropped an archer up top over here by the lab, and then 1 down here on the barracks. We'll speed that up because obviously I knocked out both of the buildings, was able to get 50%, and very happy with the 2 star. But not quite sold on this army composition yet. Although my Valks are only level 1s, I do have Valks going up to level 2s in, I believe, 8, maybe 7 days or so, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 7 days and 3 hours. So that's pretty decent. I'm probably going to upgrade those a lot and actually get them into a few more of my army compositions. I think the Valks are very powerful. I hear a lot of people saying really good things about them, but they're only level 1 right now, and they're just not quite good enough. They've got, I believe, 900 hit points at this point. I can't see anything everything because they're upgrading right now, unfortunately. But they're definitely a decent troop. They typically hit 2 buildings at the same time if they're 2 buildings in unison of one another, and that seems to be the way to go maybe in the future. So the GoValkWi, not sold on it. The GoWiPe's still a little bit stronger, and yeah, so let's move on into this attack by aimbot, our number 1, our Town Hall. This was a pretty stretched out base. Our leader, again, this was his first attack. He was able to knock out a 2-star, and then we tried to clean it up. He was thinking he could get 3 stars on this. This is a Town Hall level 10 again, attacking. He did bring 2 rage, a jump, and 2 free spells, as is per typical GoWiPe at a Town Hall 10. And lured out the clan castle troops, dragged them all the way to the bottom, and then did his main attack from the top left. So as you can see, all 3 golems on top of that archer tower, sprinkled in the whiz behind, and they're so good, man. These wizards at level freaking 6. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to get to Town Hall 10 just for that. Although I wish they were at Town Hall 9, man, because it makes more sense to use more firepower at Town Hall 9. But anyway, they did work their way into the center of the base. There was a giant bomb there, which actually wrecked a lot of troops right there. The Barb King and the P.E.K.K.A.s love to go toward those clan castle troops, which they do right there. Able to freeze most of the mortars and expos, which was fantastic. The golems are going to soak up most of that damage. There were giants there too, but he did get sprung trapped. And then they're going to break their way into the center, as you can see the Barb King is doing. P.E.K.K.A.s are going to help him a little bit to get into the center, knock out that Town Hall, which this was like a really, really slow motion raid almost. It seemed like everything was into the middle, everything was where it needed to be, but just stuff wasn't falling as fast as it normally does. And most of the golems, again, soaking up the damage. Everybody was doing pretty good work in the center. We've got some wizards still left over. The P.E.K.K.A.s trying to break through that wall to get to the wizard tower. The wizard towers goes down. The Tesla goes down. The cannon goes down. Everything basically in flames right here. And then a big giant bomb knocked out a bunch of those wizards, which would be, I believe, his downfall. The time was a little bit of the essence. We had 1:20 left. You got to break through a few walls, and there are quite a few buildings on this right-hand side of the base. I'm going to speed it up just a tad to show you guys that these P.E.K.K.A.s just walk around and crush stuff. Boom, I love the one-hit stuff. It makes me smile every time I see him do that. But there was just too many buildings left. This Golemite over here taking a few hits, but too little too late, unfortunately. Was able to use his Archer Queen at 15, which, man, I cannot wait for that. That's going to be absolutely fantastic, but he does end up running out of gas a little bit late in the raid. We've got 26 seconds left. The Archer Queen broke into here, and I thought for sure this was going to happen. I'm like, he's got a 3-star, he's got a 3-star, but the clock, and I'll slow it down. We've got 6 seconds left. The Archer Queen goes down, unfortunately. She only needed like 2 more hits on that Tesla, and that was it. That was the raid. Unfortunately, only 99% 2-star. I believe it could have 3-starred if there was 1 more second left, or the Archer Queen would have been able to take out that Tesla with 1 more shot. Unfortunately, man, 99%. I know that crushes you, but it was an excellent raid anyway. So that was the war highlight right there, or the war highlights, 21-16. We've won yet again. If I can see our, let me see if our war log over here. So we've lost 1 war, and basically we came up against a really, really good clan, that one right there, that won 25-21. But all the rest of the wars, we do end up winning pretty handily. Most of the guys, the bottom 5, actually didn't really attack us too much, but these top bases right here, they were actually pretty decent clans. So I'm pretty happy that we're able to come out with the victory. Thank you guys for watching. If you could drop a like, it helps me out a lot. Really appreciate all the love on this Clash stuff. I'm having an awesome time. I'm going to get a Let's Play out soon. We did end up having a war in Weeps Peeps. It was an epic one. I was proud of everybody, but we fell a little bit short. But let's get into another video as soon as we can. Drop a like on this one, and I appreciate everything you guys do, and I'll catch you guys next time.